Lions are playing a game with massive playoff implications tomorrow at Carolina. They are a 2.5-point favorite on FanDuel. Lions have played the toughest schedule in the NFL based upon strength of schedule metric of your opponent's winning percentage. They've done most of their heavy lifting that has been asked of them already to get to 7-7. But now comes, in quotes, the easy part of the schedule. Is this the easy part of the schedule? Well, in the NFL, you can't take anybody lightly. Carolina's a team that was 1-5. They beat Tampa to go to 2-5. That kickstarted a 4-3 run for them to get them where they are right now, which is in the playoff hunt. They're one game behind Tampa, but as I said earlier, the Panthers hold the tiebreaker over Tampa because they beat them earlier this year. So if they beat Detroit and Tampa loses at Arizona, Carolina will be holding a playoff spot. Last few games, they beat Denver 23-10 and Seattle 30-24 before losing to Pittsburgh 24-16. So when Carolina has the football, they've relied on the run game. And when they run it, they win. The last 6 games, Carolina's 3-3. Donta Foreman in the wins, 76 carries, 317 yards. In the losses, 28 carries and 56 yards. So 3 wins, 317 yards, 3 losses, 56 yards. The Lions' run defense is definitely improving. Check this out. From week 3 until 9, a 7-game stretch for the Lions, they allowed 1,114 yards on the ground on 5.2 yards per carry. So that's week 3 through week 9, 1,000 yards on 5.2 yards per carry. The 5 games since, the Lions' run defense has allowed 420 yards on 3.71 yards per carry. That's improving. Carolina's going to try and run it. The Lions, if they can stop the run, they got a great chance to win this game. Because starting at quarterback for Carolina now is Sam Darnold. They've started 3 different quarterbacks this year. They've played 4. Sam Darnold started the last 3. And let me tell you something about Sam Darnold. He will complete 50% of his passes for 150 yards, whether you like it or not. So one of the first things I always look at when I'm watching and trying to evaluate a game, because I think it's one of the best predictors of who's going to win a game. Do you protect your quarterback, and do you pressure the opposing quarterback? Pressure rate. The Lions' pressure rate, 11th in the NFL. They're actually getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. 23% of their dropbacks. Carolina's sack percentage is one of the worst in the league. They're 24th in the league in sack percentage. Sack percentage means more important than sacks because it's the percentage of times you drop back and when you give up a sack, because some teams are going to throw the ball twice as much as others. So the total number of sacks allowed might be a reflective of more dropbacks. End of the day, Carolina's 24th in the league in sack percentage allowed, and the Lions have good pressure. So, I mean, if you're Carolina, you're going to try and run the ball and really test this Lions rush defense to see if they are better. But the Lions' ability to pressure quarterbacks has helped improve their pass defense. It's gotten better and better. Aiden Hutchinson's gotten better. Looks like they got that pick right. James Houston looks like a real find. Since he has come and debuted, he's had a sack in every game, and he's playing 10 to 20 snaps a game. Pass rush specialist, he's been great. When Detroit has the ball, they got to get back to their red zone identity. They were first in the NFL in touchdown percentage in the red zone. Look, red zone scoring, if you're in the red zone, I expect you to score every time. I mean, it's not realistic, but it's obviously makeable field goal range. So if you make a trip into the red zone and don't get any points, that's a fail. That's a huge win for the defense. So I'm more concerned with touchdown percentage. And the Lions' touchdown percentage dropped from first to third after going 0 for 3 in touchdown scored on red zone trips last week against the Jets. They're still at 71%, which is pretty damn good. Okay, so again, do you protect your quarterback? And does the other team pressure the quarterback? The Lions are tied for the league lead, allowing just 19 sacks. Pressure rate is second. I think it's behind Tampa, but only 19 sacks allowed all year. Carolina is 21st in the league in pressure rate. So this is one of the best teams at protecting a quarterback versus a team that isn't particularly effective in the pass rush. I mentioned Carolina's 21st in pressure rate. The Jets, for instance, last week were 17th, and they didn't get home once with Jared Goff. So Lions offensive line, the disrespected Lions offensive line with only one Pro Bowler. Look, do I really care? No. But play that card up in that O-line room, right? Lions have been very good at protecting Jared Goff. And Carolina doesn't exactly bring the heat. Now, the run game for Detroit, I mean, we've spent years and years and years looking at the Lions 30th, 31st, 32nd, 31st, 29th. They're up to 14th in the league. Yards per carry, or yards per game, 126 on 4.4 yards per carry. And they're going against the 26th best run D in the NFL, Carolina. It's time for Detroit to get that part of the offense back up and running. Run the football. So with all that said, I like the Lions to win this game. I like the Lions to win 27-20.